Back in the headlines, because once again, the financial markets, they are testing the mettle of Europe's politicians and policy makers. We know that borrowing costs for Italy and Spain remain near those record levels. Yields on their 10-year bonds, basically the interest rate they have to pay on their debt, remains above 6%, which of course means it is very expensive for those nations to borrow money on the international markets. Now, later on today, Italy's Prime Minister Silvio Berlusconi will attempt to address the crisis by making speeches to the Italian Parliament. Well, look, let's get more on this, going straight to Italy via webcam. Joining us is the Academic Director of the European School of Economics, Stefano Cordero di Montezemolo. Stefano, welcome to the programme. Thanks for joining us. So I guess after days of silence, we're finally hearing from the Prime Minister about this market crisis. He has to reassure the markets, basically. So what options does he have? What can he use to try and reassure us all?
But in principle, the best way to face the situation is to declare that the situation is completely different from the one that it was foreseen up to a few weeks ago. So it means that he has to declare frankly that the situation is different, and the government has to start a new phase, possibly having a different approach from the one that was followed in the last 3 years, declaring that everything was going well.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think that's one thing. But correct me if I'm wrong here. I know the markets seem to want to see these big budget cuts brought forward. Basically, just so our viewers around the world know, last month's budget that was passed in Parliament in Italy had some big budget cuts, but they're backloaded. Those budget cuts are not supposed to come through until 2013. The markets want to see those cuts brought forward.
The markets want to see a structural approach. So it means not any solution that looks as a contingency approach, a very tactical one. Possibly, they want to see that the government is tackling in depth the situation.
Stefano, can I ask you this? Because, I mean, worst case scenario, if Italy can't continue going to the international money markets because they're demanding too high a yield, what does Italy do? I mean, the Eurozone doesn't have enough money to help fund Italy, surely.
But in fact, in a few weeks, basically in 3 weeks, the interest rates have risen, so it means that the 50 billion euros maneuver that was declared 3 weeks ago partially has been overcome, in the sense that the interest rates have increased in the cost of the government. So it means that probably we have to have a new maneuver right after summertime.
Okay, Stefano, thanks for joining us. We much appreciate your time. Stefano Cordero di Montezemolo joining us from the European School of Economics, live from Rome.